On behalf of NATO ACT, welcome all to this William & Mary's Global Innovation at NATO ACT Cyber Challenge. It's really a great honor and pleasure to partner with William & Mary for this event designed for young students. I would like to thank Professor Catherine Floyd, the Director of the Whole of Government Center of Excellence, as well as all William & Mary staff members who did an excellent job in making this cybersecurity challenge possible. I'm overwhelmed about the number of participants. It seems this year's topic hits a nerve. As demonstrated by recent conflicts, daily criminal activities, or even the COVID-19 crisis, cyberspace remains a vehicle of choice for attackers and spoilers. And it will be no surprise to you that NATO's view is that this trend will most likely persist and accelerate in the years to come. Albeit virtual, activities in cyberspace can heavily affect the physical world in the military, political, economic, and social spheres, with the potential to disrupt the way we conduct military operations, do business, elect our representatives, and socialize, to name a few. The dependence on and exploitation of cyberspace pose a serious challenge to nations and NATO as an alliance. By recognizing cyberspace as a domain of military operations by heads of states and governments in 2016, cyberspace became part of NATO's core task of collective defense, and NATO has made clear that a severe cyber attack could trigger Article 5 of Washington Treaty. While cyber attacks are becoming more frequent, sophisticated, and destructive, they are also materializing in a very fast evolving landscape. Emerging and disruptive technologies create new vulnerabilities to exploit for attackers. NATO is attacked every single day, and the threat is evolving all the time. But it's not always the disruptive technologies being exploited that create challenges. It is the day-to-day tools and their usage that confront us with unprecedented challenges. In my last assignment as the Deputy Chief of Staff for Operations in MINUSMA, the United Nations peacekeeping mission in Mali, Africa, we faced disinformation campaigns the United Nations weren't prepared for. In Africa, the youth in general plays a significant role in social and political life. They raise their voice and they want to be heard. Depending what aim they are following, they use simple messaging groups to distribute information, to organize social groups, and sometimes to distribute alternative facts. One day, during a mission in central Mali in a region controlled by local militias, we faced demonstrations by local villagers, mainly women and children, preventing us from doing what we were supposed to do. What happened? The militias were able to feed the local youth with disinformation. MINUSMA would cooperate with terrorists, instead helping the people. This information spread and for more than a month hindered MINUSMA's freedom of movement in vital areas of the country. The United Nations weren't prepared neither to detect, to anticipate, or to counter in reasonable time the disinformation campaign. The most important asset missing was an interdisciplinary understanding about disinformation campaigns, which hampered possible solutions even more. That's why it took more than a month to regain freedom of movement. The use of simple messengers enabled a successful and disruptive disinformation campaign. For NATO, we try to avoid such a situation. Today, we are looking forward to hear the voices of our youth in a good way to benefit from fresh thoughts and new ideas. Today's challenge aims at interdisciplinary collaboration to create innovative solutions for current global issues. NATO and its allies need to constantly adapt, transform, and increase resilience in cyberspace. ACT, NATO's Warfare Development Command located in Norfolk, Virginia, is playing a key role in shaping NATO's future in cyberspace. We look into the cyberspace future through forward-leaning analysis. We craft new concepts and conduct experimentation. We develop cutting-edge cyberspace capabilities and train cyber defenders, to name few. In short, we ensure that the alliance remains fit for purpose in cyberspace. But all this cannot be done without contributing from our key stakeholders from NATO bodies, nations, industry, and academia. NATO cannot tackle cyberspace challenges in isolation. Today's cybersecurity challenge for ACT is a great opportunity to collect ideas and inputs from young students on the topic of disinformation and election interference in the cyber realm, thereby feeding our ongoing efforts. As members of the digital generation, I'm sure you will have a lot to reflect and to share. Please do not hesitate to be bold and disruptive in your proposals and recommendations, while bearing in mind the actionability and feasibility of them. Let me conclude by wishing you all the best for this challenge, and I look forward to your presentation. Thank you very much, and good luck to all teams. Thank you.